But first, a man from Ilford has criticised the supermarket Sainsbury's for refusing to allow him into his local shop with his guide dog. Gary Mazin, who is partially sighted, has been stopped 3 times from getting into the Ilford branch, once following a special diversity training session he'd given to workers there. Ria Chatterjee went to hear his story.
A high visibility harness, Gary insists, is a clear sign that Gibson is a guide dog. But 3 visits to his local supermarket ended badly. Certain staff members told him he couldn't bring the dog into the store.
Every time I seem to walk into this store, I get confronted by someone in an accusatory way, as if I'm doing something wrong by walking in with a dog, when, Gibson is basically, it's my aid, and he helps me get around and gives me the independence. So when people are accusing you of doing something when you feel you're doing something wrong, so it made me very, very upset and really angry as well.
After the second incident, Sainsbury's emailed Gary with suggestions on how to make things better. He was invited into the store to talk to staff, but even after all that, he was confronted again yesterday. Part of his training
Actually, yes. In terms of the colleagues we employ here at Sainsbury's, actually we employ them for their personality and the way that they serve our customers. On this occasion, we've disappointed Mr. Mason and we've got it wrong, and we admit to that. The important thing is that we make sure that we learn from that, and we make sure that we revisit the training and make sure the training is right and covers the right things.
Today, secret filming in store seemed to show a change in attitude. Sainsbury's are investigating the latest incident. For Gary, the matter is extremely sensitive.
They're highlighting the fact that I've got a disability and it's an issue. But what I have a problem with is when people talk to me in a negative, derogatory or discriminatory way, and it's very, very clear when that happens. We can really tell the difference, and that's what's happened in this store 4 times.
The supermarket say they have a clear store policy which states that guide dogs are welcome. Gary and Gibson hope their future visits will be less eventful. Ria Chatterjee, ITV News, Ilford.
I'm joined now by Lord Holmes, the Paralympic gold medalist, and his dog, Lottie. Thank you both for coming in to speak to me. In your everyday life, in your personal life, have you experienced problems like this, like Gary's gone through?
It happens, and it's always disappointing when it does happen. The law's incredibly clear on this. Guide dogs have to be allowed into shops, restaurants, hotels. The law's very clear, but I think we should always be looking at more than that. It shouldn't just be a legal solution. Every business should want to make people with assistance dogs welcome, because it's not just a legal and moral imperative, it makes good business sense.
Sure. Is there anywhere that you know that you aren't allowed to go with your guide dog and you have to adapt accordingly because of that special circumstances?
No, the law is very clear, started with the Disability Discrimination Act and then encapsulated in the Equality Act 2010. It's very clear, guide dogs should be allowed into all these areas, especially trained. Generally where it falls down is where people haven't had the training, ignorant of what the dog is, they don't recognise it as a guide dog, and it's always incredibly disappointing when this happens. But I know, having worked with them on a number of occasions, Sainsbury's will be incredibly disappointed that this has happened as well. Right at the top of that organisation, they are truly committed to this, but they've got 150,000 colleagues, and things do sometimes go wrong, but I think they'll be acting incredibly swiftly to ensure that steps are put in place to make sure this doesn't happen again.
And how disappointed were you to learn that this happened after this particular store had training from Gary himself?
Incredibly disappointing. As I say, nobody will be more disappointed than the senior management at Sainsbury's, and I think if we monitor this, I wouldn't be at all surprised if within the next week very swift action is taken. But it's very clear, there aren't any excuses, no ifs, no buts. Sainsbury's aren't trying to make any excuses here. It's desperately disappointing, and I know they'll be doing everything to put it right.
All right, Lord Holmes, thank you very much. Thank you.